3 years. 3 years I kept this secret, and I cannot keep it anymore. My name is irrelevant. What matters is that in 2011, I was hired as a private rotating chef for one of the most powerful women on the planet, Oprah Winfrey. And what I found in that kitchen, it broke something inside me. Let me start from the beginning. Getting the job was surreal. 3 rounds of interviews, 2 background checks, a psychological evaluation, and then a phone call that changed everything. You start Monday. The estate was unlike anything I had ever seen. Manicured grounds that stretched for what felt like miles, security at every corner, silence so heavy it had weight, and at the center of it all, the kitchen. The kitchen was enormous, industrial grade, spotless in a way that felt almost unnatural.
6 burners, 2 convection ovens, a walk-in pantry the size of my apartment. Everything gleaming, everything perfect. Too perfect. The first week was routine. I prepared meals from approved menus, clean eating, organic everything. I was told exactly what to cook, how to cook it, and most importantly, what not to touch. There was a list. The list was laminated, posted inside a cabinet door. 22 items I was never, under any circumstances, to prepare. Some made sense, allergen stuff, dietary restrictions, but others made no sense at all. Item number 7, no food prepared after midnight under any circumstances. Item 14, the lower pantry is not for staff use. Item 19, if you hear sounds from the east wing during meal prep, continue working. Do not investigate. I laughed it off at first. Rich people have quirks, right? I had worked for a Saudi prince who only ate food shaped into perfect spheres. This couldn't be stranger than that. I was wrong. 3 weeks in, I noticed something. The produce. Every single morning, fresh produce arrived. But it was more than any household of 5 people could ever consume. We're talking crates, industrial quantities. Where was it all going? I asked another staff member, Maria. She had been there 4 years. She looked at me the way someone looks at a child
who has just asked an innocent but dangerous question. She said only 3 words. Do not ask. That night, I stayed late. I was prepping for a brunch the following morning. And that is when I heard it. A low hum coming from the lower pantry. The one on the list. The one we were never supposed to enter. My hand was on the handle before my brain caught up with my body. The hum was rhythmic, mechanical almost. But underneath it, something else. Something organic, like breathing. The door was not locked. It swung open easily. And what I saw inside, it took me a full 10 seconds to process what I was actually looking at. Floor-to-ceiling shelving, climate-controlled, and on every shelf, labelled jars. Hundreds of them, each one containing a different coloured soil, different earth, from what appeared to be different countries. Each jar had a handwritten label. Sedona, 2003. Maui, 1998. Cape Town, 2007.
Tuscany, 2001. There were over 300 jars. 300 jars of dirt. And in the centre of the room, a single wooden table. On it, a leather journal, open.
I should not have read it, but I did. And the first line stopped my heart. The line read, "Every place that fed my soul deserves a piece of itself to remain with me. I carry the earth of every transformation. I will never be uprooted again." I stood there, reading page after page. This was not a hobby. This was a ritual. A deeply personal, decades-long ritual of collecting soil from every location where Oprah had experienced a profound personal breakthrough. Sedona, where she said she heard God for the first time. Maui, where she forgave her father. Cape Town, where she met children who she said taught her the true meaning of abundance. Every jar, a chapter of a private story. I felt like an intruder inside someone's soul. This was not a secret kept from the world because it was dark or dangerous. It was kept secret because it was sacred.
Completely, devastatingly sacred. I closed the journal. I left the room. I told no one. But something had shifted inside me. I had seen behind the curtain of one of the most public lives in human history, and what I found was not scandal. It was grief and gratitude, living side by side in labelled jars. I worked there 8 more months after that night. I never entered that room again. I never told Maria. I never told anyone on staff. But every meal I cooked after that, I cooked differently, with more intention, with more care. Because when you know that someone collects the literal earth of their healing, you understand that food is never just food to them. It is ceremony. It is memory. It is proof that they survived. I left the job in 2012, signed my NDA extension, moved back home, started my own
small restaurant, and for years I told myself the haunting feeling would fade. It did not. It haunts me because I wonder how many of us are walking around carrying our own invisible jars, holding on to the soil of our hardest moments because deep down we are terrified of forgetting where we fought to survive.